The car care advice you grew up with is quietly costing you money. Not because the people repeating it are lying. They heard it from someone they trusted, who heard it from someone else. But cars have changed, and a lot of that common knowledge is now flat out wrong. Some of it just wastes your cash. Some of it actively shortens your engine's life while you think you are protecting it. So let's clear the air. Here are 12 of the most common car maintenance myths. What people believe, what is actually true, and exactly what you should do instead. Number 7 is one almost every driver gets wrong, and it is costing you at the pump. Myth 1. You have to change your oil every 3,000 miles. This one made sense in 1975. It does not today. 3,000 miles was the rule when engines ran conventional oil that broke down fast. Modern engines with modern synthetic oil are designed for far longer intervals. Your owner's manual will usually say 5,000, 7,500, even 10,000 miles. The quick lube shop that puts a sticker in your windshield telling you to come back in 3,000? They make money every time you walk in. They are not reading your manual. They are protecting their schedule. The truth. Open your glove box, find the manufacturer's interval, and follow that. If you do mostly short trips or you tow, change it sooner. But blindly dumping good oil every 3,000 miles is throwing $40 in the trash several times a year. The manual was written by the people who built your engine. Trust it over the sticker in the corner of your windshield. Myth 2. Premium gas makes any car run better. Premium just means higher octane, and octane is not better fuel. It is more resistance to knock. High compression and turbocharged engines need that resistance, so if your manual says premium required, use it. But if your engine is designed for regular, premium does nothing. You will not get more power, you will not get better mileage, and you are not treating your engine to something nice. You are paying 50 cents to $1 more per gallon for a number your engine cannot even use. The one gray area is premium recommended. There, the car runs fine on regular, but may make a little more power on premium. For the huge majority of cars that say regular, premium is pure marketing. The truth. Use the octane your manual lists, nothing more. Cheaper is not worse if your engine was built for it. Save that $1 a gallon for something that actually matters, like your next oil change. Myth 3. You need to idle and warm up your engine for 5 or 10 minutes before driving, especially in winter. This was true for carbureted cars, which ran badly until warm. Your fuel-injected engine is not a 1980 carburetor. It adjusts the mixture instantly on a cold start. Sitting and idling actually warms the engine slower than gentle driving, because an idling engine barely loads itself. Worse, it dumps extra fuel that washes your cylinder walls and dilutes your oil. The truth? Start it, give it 20 to 30 seconds so the oil reaches the top of the engine, then drive gently until the temperature gauge comes up. Driving under light load is the fastest, safest way to warm everything evenly. The engine, the transmission, the tires, all of it. The only exception is clearing a frozen windshield, because you cannot drive what you cannot see out of. Otherwise, long idle warm-ups burn fuel and do nothing your engine actually needs. Myth 4. You have to service your car at the dealer or you void your warranty. This is the most expensive myth on the list, and it is simply not true. In the United States, a law called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act makes it illegal for a manufacturer to void your warranty just because you did the maintenance yourself or at an independent shop. They cannot force you to use the dealer unless they are paying for that service. What you do need is proof. Keep your receipts, write down the date and the mileage, and use the correct parts and fluids that meet the manufacturer's spec. Do that, and an independent mechanic or your own driveway keeps your warranty fully intact, often at half the dealer's price. The truth. The dealer is one option, not the only one. The thing that actually protects your warranty is doing the maintenance on schedule, with the right parts, and keeping records. Where you turn the wrench is your choice, not theirs. Myth 5. Thicker oil is always better for a high-mileage engine. The logic sounds right. Worn engine, bigger gaps, so use heavier oil to fill them. But your engine was engineered around a specific viscosity, and the oil pump, the galleries, and the bearing clearances all assume that grade. Jump from a 0W20 to a heavy 40 just because the car has miles, and on a cold start, that thick oil cannot reach the top end fast enough. So you actually increase wear in the exact moment wear matters most. There is a narrow case for going slightly thicker. If an older engine is burning or leaking oil, a high-mileage formula, or one step up, can help reduce consumption. But that is a small, deliberate step, not a free-for-all. The truth: stick with the manufacturer's viscosity. If you have a real consumption problem, move up one grade at most and use a high-mileage oil designed for it. Thicker is not a magic fix. On a cold start, it is often the opposite. Myth 6. You need to flush your engine, your transmission, and your coolant on every visit. Some flushes are legitimate maintenance. Many are pure upsell, and a few can actually cause damage. The classic example is the transmission flush on a high-mileage car that was never serviced. Blast new fluid and pressure through a transmission full of old varnish and worn clutch material, and you can dislodge debris and finish off a transmission that was barely hanging on. The truth: follow your manual service intervals for fluids, not the shop's add-on menu. Change transmission fluid on schedule with the correct type. Most need a simple drain and fill, not a high-pressure flush. Coolant does need replacing, but on the manufacturer's timeline, not every oil change. And engine flush chemicals poured into your oil are a gamble on a clean, well-maintained engine. When a service writer reads you a list of 5 flushes you have never heard of, ask one question: does my owner's manual actually call for this? Usually, the answer is no. Myth 7. A big aftermarket air filter adds real horsepower. This is the one almost everyone gets wrong. On a stock engine, the factory air intake is not choking you. The engine makes the power it makes, regardless of a fancier filter. A drop-in performance filter might free up a horsepower or two on a dyno, numbers you will never feel on the street. And the oiled cotton filters everyone loves can backfire. Over-oil them, and that oil coats your mass airflow sensor, throwing off the readings the computer uses to fuel the engine. Now you have a rough-running car and a check engine light, chasing a problem you created. The truth: a clean, factory-style filter, replaced on schedule, gives your engine everything it needs. If you want more power, an air filter is the last place to find it. Keep the filter clean, keep the airflow sensor clean, and spend your money where it actually does something. Myth 8. It is fine to run your tank to empty, and topping off gets you a little extra. Both halves of this one cost you. Your fuel pump sits inside the tank, and it uses the fuel around it for cooling. Constantly running the tank down to the last few miles lets that pump run hot and dry. And a fuel pump is a several $100 part to replace. On the other end, jamming in extra fuel after the nozzle clicks off pushes liquid gas into the charcoal canister of your evaporative emission system, a part designed for vapor, not liquid. Flood it, and you get a check engine light and a smell of fuel. The truth: treat about a quarter tank as your floor, and stop pumping when the nozzle clicks off the first time. You are not saving money by squeezing in $2 more. You are slowly buying yourself a fuel pump or an emissions repair. Keep it between a quarter and full, and both systems live a long, boring, trouble-free life. Myth 9. If something acts up, just disconnect the battery and reset everything. Pulling the battery does clear stored trouble codes and reset the computer's learned settings, so the check engine light goes off and the car might feel normal for a while. But you did not fix anything. You erased the evidence. If a sensor was failing or a misfire was building, the underlying fault is still there, and the light will come back, usually after the damage has kept going. Worse, on many modern cars, disconnecting the battery makes you reset windows, sunroofs, and steering angle sensors, and it can wipe your radio and comfort settings. The truth: a warning light is data. Before you clear anything, read the code with a cheap scanner and find out what the car is actually telling you. Sometimes a reset is a legitimate final step after a real repair, but using it to make a light disappear is like pulling the batteries out of a smoke alarm and going back to sleep. The fire is still there. Myth 10. A new car does not need maintenance for the first few years. New cars are reliable, so it is easy to believe you can just ignore them. But every fluid, filter, and belt in that car is still wearing from day one. The first oil change actually matters more than most. Break-in leaves tiny metal particles in the oil that you want out early. Skip the cabin filter, the brake fluid, the coolant, and the manufacturer's first major service, and you are quietly setting up the expensive failures that show up right after the warranty ends. The truth? A new car has a maintenance schedule for a reason, and the early services are cheap insurance on a very expensive machine. Follow the manual from the first 1,000 miles, not from the first breakdown. The reliability you paid for is not automatic. It is the reward for doing the small things on time, even when the car still feels perfect. Myth 11. You have to change your spark plugs every 30,000 miles. This was true back when every plug was made of copper and wore out fast. Modern engines come with iridium or platinum plugs, and those are rated for 60, 100, even 120,000 miles. Pull a perfectly good set at 30,000 and you are spending money and labor on a part that had most of its life left, especially on engines where the plugs are buried under the intake and take hours to reach. The flip side is just as important. People hear that plugs last 100,000 and then ignore them completely until the car is misfiring and the ignition coils are getting cooked. The truth: check your manual for the plug type and the interval. If it has long-life iridium plugs, leave them alone until the manual says so. But when that mileage comes up, actually do it, because worn plugs make the whole ignition system work harder. Right part, right interval. Not a mile sooner and not a year too late. Myth 12. Switching to synthetic oil will make an old engine leak. This is a myth left over from the early days of synthetic oil, decades ago, and it refuses to die. The story goes that synthetic is thinner or more aggressive, and it will wash out the gunk that was plugging your leaks. Modern synthetic oil is not some harsh solvent. It meets the same seal compatibility standards as conventional oil, and on a healthy engine, it is simply better. It flows faster when cold, and it holds up far better when hot. If a high-mileage engine starts weeping a little after a switch, the seals were already hard and on their way out. The synthetic did not cause that, it just stopped hiding it. The truth: you can switch to synthetic at almost any mileage on a sound engine, and most modern cars require it anyway. If you have an older engine with tired seals, use a high-mileage synthetic with seal conditioners. Do not avoid the better oil because of a rumor from 1990. 12 myths, and the thread running through every one is the same. Cars changed, and the advice did not. The good news is that the truth is almost always cheaper and easier than the myth. Read your owner's manual. It is the most ignored, most valuable maintenance document you own. Use the right fluids on the right schedule and stop paying for services your car never asked for. Do that, and you will spend less, drive longer, and outlast the people who take great care of their car by doing all the wrong things. Which of these myths did you believe? Be honest in the comments. And subscribe, because knowing the truth is the cheapest upgrade your car will ever get.